Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Belmont High School for tonight's NHIAA Division III Girls Varsity Volleyball game between the home team of the Belmont Red Raiders and the visiting team of the Prospect Mountain Timberwolves. My name is Devin Poslesny. I'll be calling the action here for you as we are set and ready to go here in Raider Nation. As you can see on the court, Belmont is in their final minutes of warm-up. Then we have a 3-minute group warm-up. Belmont will be on one side, Prospect on the other. And then we'll go on to the court for tonight's opening ceremonies. As well as the person doing the opening ceremonies tonight. Her name is Julie Valengavage, and she will be my co-host. So once the opening ceremonies are complete, she'll come up into the booth with us and get ready to call the next at least 3 matches here at Belmont High School. All right, well, before we get things rolling, as we have a minute left here in Belmont's warm-up time, we got some homework to do here. So, Prospect and Belmont have played each other twice already this year, which is crazy to think about a sport or a team playing each other 3 times in one season, outside of the playoffs, that is. Belmont has, an athlete told me they played Prospect 3 times, but they will only play them twice. Tonight being one of those games. The other game was last Friday, and Belmont lost to Prospect 3-0. Tonight is our dig pink game here at Belmont High School. So both teams are going to be in pink. Belmont's in more of a reddish pink, and Prospect's in more of a darker pink. For those of you watching who are from Prospect Mountain, it's the same uniform, I believe, that they've played in their home dig pink game a couple of weeks ago. So let's go through the schedule as far as common opponents. Belmont's record is 6 wins and 8 losses, whereas Prospect is 7 apiece, 7 wins, 7 losses. Prospect Mountain is ranked 11th in the standings, and Belmont's ranked 13th. That is something to remember in a minute. But let's look at, like I said, the schedule in comparison. Both teams played Mascoma. Belmont beat them 3-1. Prospect beat them 3-0. Newfound, Belmont lost to them 3-2, and Prospect won 3-1. Both teams played Newt, and Belmont beat them 3-1, and Prospect lost to them 3-2, the full 5. They both played interlegs, and both of them lost. Prospect lost 3-0, complete sweep, whereas Belmont put up a little bit of a fight, losing 3-1. Trinity, both teams played them, and both teams won. Belmont had a little bit more of a struggle as far as the W, as they won 3-2, and Prospect was able to sweep them 3-0. Last but not least, both teams played Pittsfield. Belmont won 3-0, and Prospect lost to them 3-2. We got about a minute or so before we go on to the court for pregame activities. So here's the other thing, and this topic is going to be the, how do I put this? It's going to come up constantly in the next 90 minutes or so for the games. It's the playoff picture. And in Division III, the top 14 advance. So right now, Prospect's sitting 11th, and Belmont's sitting 13th. Out of the 2 teams, Belmont's the one that's closest to the bubble and the one that needs to focus and make sure to play on their A game in the next 2 games. They got a game tonight, obviously, against Prospect Mountain, and I believe they play tomorrow for their senior night against Franklin. So that will be a good game. but Belmont's right on that cusp, so every game and every point counts for them, whereas Prospect's kind of more in a comfort zone. And we will talk more about this in a little while. But for right now, we're going to head down onto the court for pregame ceremonies. Both teams lining up, and my co-host, Julie Valengavage, about to take over the mic and go through the starting lineups for Prospect Mountain and Belmont High School. Standing by here. And we're good. Let's go down to the court.
Belmont High School and the NHIA reminds you to please let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. Good sportsmanship lasts a lifetime. And now for your starting lineups. First, from the visiting Timberwolves from Prospect Mountain. Number 6, Ava Masade. Number 15, Jordan Inglesby. Number 7, Jane Holiday. Number 12, Gabrielle Fawcett. Number 22, Gabby Dayton. Number 5, Captain Hannah Vero. And number 10, Captain Tiffany White. The Timberwolves head coach is Michael Christie, assisted by Courtney Levitt and Carrie Jordan. And now to your starters from the Red Raiders. Number 3, Chantal Martin. Number 4, Jenny Joyce. Number 5, Captain Jordan. Number 7, Raihana Bernard. Number 9, Ariana Janos. Number 12, Keegan Berry. And number 16, Amber Levin. The Raiders head coach is Adam Galvin and is assisted by Colleen Brownlee and Maggie Luca. Please rise for the national anthem.
Well, there you go, folks. We're getting ready here for action between Prospect Mountain and Belmont High School. And this is going to be one heck of a game, let me tell you, folks. Prospect played Belmont at Prospect last Friday. From what the girls told me, it was really close. Both, all three games were extremely close. So One quick thing I do want to say is my audio relay is coming through my computer, and it has a little bit of a delay. So if it sounds like I'm hesitant and I'm like, there's a pause, it's because I have that going through my ear, and it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But also, you'll realize as the announcer tonight, I am extremely real, and I hold nothing back. I mean, it's all appropriate, but you know what I mean. Anyways, the two teams go through the good luck handshakes. There we go. And we're getting ready to get the action underway. Prospect will be on your left, Belmont on your right. Julie Valengavage, fresh off the mic over on the other side of the gym, will be here in a minute, miking up. So I will let you know when that happens. This way, if there are any interruptions of my commentary, you know why. Are we ready to rock and roll, folks? Are you guys all settled in front of your computer screens, ready to watch some extremely good volleyball? I hope so, because we're about to get underway. Here comes the opening serve from Belmont. Ball goes out, and it'll be Prospect's point. And Prospect will be the first one on the scoreboard tonight. Here comes Prospect's first serve of the evening. Belmont receives it well. It will go out of bounds, and it will be Prospect's point. Drops in there. Belmont now has it. Belmont sends it over into the back line of Prospect. Prospect will send it. Now Belmont has it. They'll set it. Pushes it over. Prospect back hard on the line, and Belmont will take it. And they recover well. Sends it over back into Prospect's territory. Prospect will send it line. Belmont takes it. And it's over into Prospect zone. Really good volleyball so far. Out, and it will be Prospect's point. Prospect sends it in there. Belmont will not have it. Belmont sends it in. And Prospect returns the favor. Belmont pushes over. Prospect retrieves well. And it's dropped in there. And it'll be Prospect's point. Belmont takes it off the serve. And Belmont push it over. The recovery effort was unsuccessful there, and it'll go in favor of Prospect. 5-0 so far the score. Here in the first match, that is. Belmont sends it over. Prospect will recover. Pushes it into open court, and Prospect takes it. And the first time out of the game is called by Belmont's coach. So you know the thing I was talking about earlier about the whole playoff picture and how they only have 2 more games in the regular season, and it's getting crazy. Belmont needs to win at least one more game, and they need some help from the team below them and above them. And that help would be Moultonborough or Portsmouth Christian both losing, allowing Belmont to be able to gain points and ground on them. Because as I said, they're 13 and the 14 is the cutoff. Prospect Mountain, of course, is 11th for those of you just joining us here. So they're in a little bit better standing as far as playoffs. Belmont recovers there. And Prospect will send it out long, and it'll be Belmont's first point of the match. Belmont serves it over. Prospect takes it well. Prospect will push it over. Belmont now has it. They'll send it back over. They set it. Prospect sends it with the block by Belmont. And it's Belmont's point. If that's not a highlight moment, I don't know what you're looking for in this game. Here comes the serve from Belmont. Prospect sends it over. Belmont recovers. They'll regroup and send it back. And now Prospect sends it out and long, and it'll be Belmont's point once more. Remember what I said about close volleyball? Here it comes. Out and Prospect's point. And Prospect will now have it. Here comes the serve from Prospect. Back over in the Prospect zone. They'll set it. Here it comes. Belmont takes it. Recovers there, and it's in the Prospect's area. Out and long, and Belmont's point. Here comes the serve from Belmont. Drops in there deep. Prospect in trouble. Gets it over the net, though. Belmont will take it, send it. And now here comes the spike. Blocked by Belmont! And it's Belmont's point! Feeling the excitement yet? Well, my co-host, fresh off the court, Julie Valengavage, is finally mic'd up. Valengavage. She too is delayed in my ear, so do bear with me. There comes the serve from Belmont. Belmont will send it over. It'll go wide. Oh, and it's Prospect's point due to a violation. So, Julie, how are you?
Oh, I'm PG. Did you get my introduction?
Yep.
Yeah.
Live on YouTube.
Lovely.
Belmont will send it over. Prospect's there. Prospect in trouble will send it over the net. And an unfortunate circumstance there gives the point over to Prospect. Here comes the serve from Prospect Mountain.
Do you put this?
And it's into the net, short. And it'll be Belmont's point. Score right now, 10-6. I don't think Julie's ever used a boom mic. She just had her headset, like her earphones, like wrapped in the boom.
You don't need to embarrass me any more than I've already
Into the
been.
net now, be Belmont's point. 10-7. Remember what I said about close volleyball. Ball drops in. Prospect has it. Prospect gets it over. Belmont recovers.
Belmont hits it
Pushes over. Deep in the zone.
Prospect gets it over the net. Belmont hits it back.
Belmont
Nice
recovers.
save from Belmont. Belmont's point.
Just dropped right into open court and Belmont's advantage. Belmont recovers there. Over, out. Prospect's point.
And it'll be Prospect serve back over.
Here comes the serve. Short and into the net, Belmont's point. I successfully turned off my audio somehow.
Belmont serve over. It made it. Prospect receives. Prospect hits it back over.
These fans are trained. Here
Guess so.
comes the serve from Prospect. That's pretty cool, though.
Prospect makes it over the net. Belmont hits it back into them.
Out. Oh, right on
it
the
was
line. Oof.
Their chant is French.
Here comes the serve for Prospect Mountain. Just felt like a golf announcer there. Belmont's going to send it back over. Prospect now has it. Prospect pushes.
Serves it over.
Into the net.
Nice.
And it will be Belmont's point. Pretty intense moments here so far.
I agree.
This is getting good. 13-10 the score. Belmont with the serve. Short and into the net. Just as soon as I say it, the score changes. 14-10 the score. Prospect with the serve now.
Prospect makes it over.
Ah.
Belmont stepped on the line.
Seems like both teams are having their issues, like their penalties and their flaws so far. Their fair share of it, I should say. So
Agreed.
another reason why this game is so close and so tight is because of that.
During the JV game, it happened quite a few times when Prospect would step over the line, and Belmont would end up getting the call.
Right, before this, the JV game happened, and I believe Prospect swept all 3 matches. Unfortunately for us Belmontarians. Ball in trouble. Belmont tried to recover there and was unsuccessful. Here comes the serve from Prospect. Belmont will send it back. Prospect was in trouble. And it's Belmont's point.
The score is now 17-11 Prospect.
Julie Valengavage, the official scorekeeper for Belmont, or DP Production Group.
Belmont subs in a few players.
And here comes the serve from Belmont.
Makes it over. And it ends up being an ace for Belmont.
(17-12) the score. Drop it in there deep. Prospect in trouble. We'll push it over. Out, and it'll be a Prospect point. If you're just joining us here on DP Production Group, my name's Devin Pasosny. I'm sitting alongside the lovely Julie Valengavage, and you're watching high school volleyball. Prospect Mountain, the away team, Belmont High School, the home team, both in pink, so hopefully you guys don't get confused here. Belmont's more of a reddish pink, and Prospect's more of a
purplish pink.
Darker pink. Oh, that was close.
That ended
But
up
they
being
gave it to
Prospect's
Prospect.
point.
(19-12) is the score. Prospect.
Belmont gets it over. Belmont struggles
Prospect's
to
point there.
recover, and that's Prospect's point.
Shucks.
You could say.
Prospect with the serve over. Belmont has it. Oh, look at that!
Score is now 20-13. Prospect is still in the lead.
And just as a friendly reminder, we played a 25 in these matches, except for in the 5th match, we played a 15.
Belmont's point.
See, it seems like where Prospect is giving up points are in their little errors, and same with Belmont. So it's making for, as I like to call, a ticking time bomb type of game, because you really don't know when those errors are going to happen.
I agree, and that was Belmont's point on Prospect's out ball.
5 points difference between Belmont and Prospect now. Okay, just kidding. 6 points difference between Belmont and Prospect now. You know, the one thing I've noticed, obviously, I'm a Belmont student. Julie is as well. I'm a senior. She's a sophomore. Holy cow. The one thing I've noticed is here comes the serve. It's short. Belmont recovers. Hold on, I'll pick up. I'll pick up on my thought in a second. Oof.
Good recovery from Belmont. Prospect hits it back over, and Belmont misses Prospect's point.
Timeout called by Belmont. This will give me a chance to say what I wanted to say before we actually heat it back up. The one thing I did notice, or have noticed about Belmont's coach, is that if we lose the first match, he takes mental notes, and in the little intermission between the first and the second match, he literally says, "This is what they're doing. This is how we need to counteract it." Like, I just saw, there was an open court type point, and he just kind of was sitting over there and just nodded his head like, yep, I see it. Like, now in the intermission, he'll go to his team and say, "Hey, listen, this happened. This is how we fix that." And it will make it for Belmont to recover that much more. So my point is before you hit the red X in the top corner, stick around for the second match, because things are going to heat up even more.
How many people we got?
13.
Nice.
Prospect will restart us after the timeout.
Prospect serve makes it over. Belmont
Short. Belmont recovers well,
Recovers.
though, and sends it back over.
Belmont gets the ball over the net. And Prospect hits it out of bounds. That will be Belmont's point.
Here comes the serve from Belmont. Woo! Just got over the net. Belmont sends it back. Looks again. Prospect has it. Now the Belmont fans are getting involved.
Prospect hits it over the net.
Oh!
Prospect tries to hit it over the net, and Belmont recovers. That's Belmont's point, making it 22-17. Prospect is still in the lead, but
Prospect 3 points away from the first match W.
it's not over till it's over.
You know, sometimes I jinx teams. So, to the Timberwolves watching right now, I am so sorry. 22-18 the score.
Belmont serve makes it over, and it is far.
Now to the Belmont fans, I'm sorry.
Can't win.
Ball drops in there. Pushed over. Belmont recovers. Oh, block. Ah.
Belmont tries to tip the ball, and Prospect gets it back in for Prospect's point.
For those of you who like to follow DP Production Group on our adventures around the Lakes region, we were at Guilford on Monday. Prospect point there. And one thing I said that just kidding. That's the match.
Prospect wins 25-18.
We got a second match coming up. Remember, it's best of 5. So we have a minimum of 3 before we kind of
maximum of 5.
Yep. Before we kind of cut the mics and take a deep breath here. I said on Monday when I was at Guilford, volleyball is like a game of hot potato.
Yeah.
The ball gets into one end, and you don't want it, so you want to get it over to the other side for them to drop it. So, quite entertaining. All right, folks, we're going to take a little break here. We got about 3 minutes before the second match starts. We're going to cut our microphones. So don't worry, the live stream link is still going to stay here. You're just going to look at the gym, the beautiful gym you have here. Prospect on the right now, Belmont on the left, and we got, like I said, about 2.5 minutes before the second match starts. So Julie and I are just going to have a little conversation, just talk about what happened, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, well, as Julie gets herself reorganized here because she took the headset off real quick, we're ready to roll for the second match here at BHS. I do want to apologize if at all her and I are talking over each other. Like I said, I'm on a delay, so necessarily I don't hear her when she talks. Who's to blame on this whole delay? I am, because I forgot the splitter at home to split the audio, so my bad.
At least both headsets are working this game.
True. It didn't last time you tried to do it.
Yep.
Rolling underway once more, and it's out.
That's Prospect's point.
How to get a game started if you're a Prospects fan.
That is accurate.
Blocked out the net, and it'll be Belmont's point.
Belmont subbing in a few players. And has Prospect subbed in at all?
Not so far this match. Prospect was in trouble there.
Great serve from Belmont, and Prospect hit it out. It's Belmont's point. Belmont is now winning 2-1.
One of the first leads we've seen from Belmont of the night. I shouldn't have said that because now I just jinxed them.
Belmont hits it over the net and hits it out. That'll be Prospect's
I think
point.
I'm just going to turn my microphone off.
Tying it up.
Just going to mute my mic.
Yeah.
Here comes the server Prospect.
Belmont tips it over the net, and that'll be Belmont's point.
And this is what I was talking about earlier about the coach will see it, talk to the team, and improve upon it. The first game, it was like 6-0 before Belmont got the first point. Ball short, and it'll be Prospect's point. Whereas now, here we are, 3-3. It shows that looks like Belmont played up to Prospect's level.
Yep. They definitely talked with their team and communicated on what Prospect was doing for this game and how they were playing. Though they cannot see everything that's happening.
Well, Julie Valengavage, being a former Belmont High School soccer player, she's still a soccer player, just not for BHS.
I will be back next year, hopefully. Maybe.
Well, you heard it here. Watch out, surrounding schools. She's back next year.
Nothing to worry about.
But,
Prospect
whoa!
gets it over, and that is out.
That was a
wow.
missile.
She's got a hit.
I think she dented the wall.
Possibly.
Just kidding. It's a soft wall. You see the mats over there? It's I did dent, but now it bounced back. It's okay. Anyways, 4-4 the score. Drops in there.
Prospect hits it over. Belmont recovers. Sends it back over. They got a good volley going. Prospect gets it over and gets the point.
The Timberwolves were able to find the open boards.
I really do like Prospect's chant though.
It was really cool. Or it is really cool. My point of bringing up the soccer, your soccer career is, it's the same thing like in between the matches here, what coach just did, what a coach would do during halftime during a soccer game. Belmont's point there.
That was a double hit by number 12 on Prospects.
It's the same thing as what a coach would do during halftime.
Yep.
saying you're getting beat here, this is how you got to fix it, or
This is who's the top scorer. This is who has the best kick, best hit. Same thing for most sports, actually.
and I mean, and that's relatable to any sport that may be in quarters. I mean, hockey. Our hockey
Periods.
team, we've seen maybe not last year, but the year before, or in my freshman year, you see like sometimes the third quarter is the best quarter that the team's playing because they take those 2 quarters to gather as much data as possible to then use against the opponent.
Yep. Prospect hits it over and Belmont recovers. That's Belmont's point. Prospect was late to recover there and missed that shot.
Six. Over, and it's Belmont's point. Oh, the excitement.
Belmont has a great serve over the net, and Prospect will hit it back over to Belmont, who will recover and get it back over to start a volley. Belmont saves the ball and gets it over the net, though it's out.
One little thing I do want to say, if any of you are experiencing any buffering or anything, we do apologize. I got the notice on my computer here saying that, oh, it got overturned. This trumps all of our maintenance talk. All right, so we do apologize if at all you guys are experiencing buffering or anything. We are in between the match and the next one. I will fix that. But just bear with us. 6-9 Belmont.
Belmont is now winning.
If I look back at my game notes, never mind. Prospect in trouble, and it's Belmont's point.
Belmont now 10-6 in the lead with a great serve over the net. Prospect recovers and hits it into the net. That'll be Belmont's point to make it 11-6.
And Prospect calls their first timeout in the match, that is. Oh, now we're back to good, healthy stream. My computer, it's something else.
This is an interesting game. And it definitely goes back to when you said how when these timeouts happen and when in between matches happens that the coaches really tell their team members, like, this is how that team is playing and how we should play to match their level and keep up.
Agreed.
While Devin is next to me eating popcorn for his dinner.
It's really good popcorn. I got to thank Bill Clary from the softball team. They made popcorn for concessions tonight. It's really good. If you never come to Belmont for an athletic event, if you do, you got to get the classic popcorn. I mean, I'm telling you. It's something else. We like to have fun here at DP Production Group.
Probably a little too much. Belmont for the save. Wow.
It's all in good fun. But yes, that was quite the moment right there.
Belmont has a great serve over and will get an ace for that. Prospect misses, making the score 13-6. Belmont.
Whoop, whoop.
Belmont serve once again. Belmont gets it over. Prospect recovers. Belmont hits it back over. Prospect spikes it out, giving Belmont the point.
Oh! What a move there. Sneaky.
Belmont's gotten some pretty good points this match. Belmont makes it over the net. Prospect keeps it in. Wow, Prospect recovers.
So it's
Belmont
Belmont with
hits
the
it over
spike.
and spikes it in.
Ten-point lead.
That spike was
timeout.
by Jordan LaValle. She is a senior. And this is one of her last home games.
Regular season home games.
Yeah.
Although, if we go back to the overall arching topic of playoffs, Belmont being so deep in the playoffs, they might have a play-in home game, but other than that, they will most likely be on the road for most of their playoffs, just because they are so deep in the standings. Now, granted, the NHIAA could totally change their seeding process tonight, and I could be just spewing out wrong information right now. So, what I can suggest to you guys is wait till Monday, next Monday, which it would be October 23rd, to get the official NHIAA playoff standings, as I believe Friday is the last night, or Friday or Saturday is the last days of the regular season.
You can check the NHIAA website for all of this information, and they usually keep it pretty up to date for who wins regular season matches as well as the championship matches, such as playoffs and etc.
Wow!
Belmont serves over and it's in.
One common theme that I always say in all my coverage here is these refs play close to that line, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Whether it's soccer, baseball, softball, volleyball. I mean, have you seen some of those foul ball calls?
And those refs have to be watching every player at every time and making sure that ball is in and out. That is Belmont's point spike in. Wow.
Here's something else. I got something else to throw into this game. During homecoming, we had Amber LeMay be my co-host during the JV game. And Amber is the libero right there. She she made the point that this game is such a mental game. You get inside your own head and you will fall apart.
Yep, and you have to know where that ball is going all the time.
Prospect making some amazing recoveries.
Prospect hits it out. That'll be Belmont's point to be 21-6.
My point to that, though, was I saw one of the aces on the spikes, I should say. One of the Prospect players got up, and she was very frustrated.
Yeah.
And it kind of showed that the pressure's getting to them.
Yep. And as you can tell right now, Prospect, a lot of the hits, their communication is really good, but they all have to run up to the ball because they're just not communicating well enough to see who's going to be there. And just as what happened now, nobody went for that ball, and Belmont got the point.
Right. At any given point, either team up, well, just as soon as I start saying something, but at any given point, either team can look like controlled chaos. Like at one point, Prospect, like almost all six players were right up against the net, saving that ball,
Yep.
And it's like, holy cow, this is chaos. But I mean, at the same time,
they kept it going. They kept it in. Prospect serve, and that was out to be Belmont's point. 2 more points for Belmont, and we will win the match. They will win the match.
I mean, and also, to your point about communication and knowing where they are, I was talking to the 2 prospect captains before the game, number 10 and number 5, I believe.
Yes.
Both of them said, here's another point for Belmont. Both of them said that hold on, let me restart that. So I said to the team with them, and I was like, so tell me about your team. What are you guys, like a travel team that's been, and there's the 25th point.
25th point, and Belmont will win this match.
And that means, folks, we're going to have at least 4 matches. At least 4 matches here. So before we go, we have 3 minutes intermission time here. My point to that was that the 2 captains told me that the chemistry that they have as a team is amazing, and that they've been playing with each other. Like, the 2 captains are both seniors. They've been on the team all 4 years. The juniors have all been with them for 3 years. The sophomores for 2 years, of course, freshmen for 1. But the chemistry is there, that they know where they need to be, and they know where to place themselves at any given moment. But also, to my point, how does the pressure affect them? How does the pressure of, oh shoot, we're losing or we're trailing by this many points get to them? And we saw it there. Some of the girls were off their mark and off their point, and it's just the way athletics are. It's just any sport. I'm not just saying like Prospect Mountain, geez, come on guys, but I'm saying like any sport, the pressure of an athlete is amazing.
I believe if you're on a team, and depending on how close you are as a team, if you're closer as a team, whatever sport it is, soccer, volleyball, any sport, it'll go a lot better than if you guys haven't really been together for a while, haven't practiced a lot, aren't really together as a team, aren't connected. And going off of what you were talking about with the points and how you could be trailing a lot. When you're out on that court or field or whatever you are, most teams would be would say, no matter what the score is 0-0, you try your hardest the entire game, because if you give up or if you're too cocky, that could be game for you. Right.
Well, folks, we have a minute till the game start. You know what, never mind. We're not even going to cut our microphones. Getting ready for match number 3. It's tied 1 game apiece here at Belmont High School between Prospect Mountain and Belmont High School. So I'm going to pull my microphone away, get a quick drink, and ready to rock and roll.
Both teams are out on the court, and I believe it will be Prospect's serve.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the intensity literally just got ratcheted up another notch.
Yep.
So for those of you watching at home, sit back, relax, enjoy that nice cup of hot coffee if you have it, or hot chocolate.
Popcorn,
yep. Hopefully you went to the bathroom, because you're not going to want to leave the computer screen, because we're about to get things rolling. Here comes the serve from Belmont to get us restarted here in the 3rd match.
Oh. I was wrong earlier before they started. I said Prospect serve. It wasn't.
You're fired, Julie.
I'll just stop now. Belmont tips that in, and Prospect hits it out for Belmont's first point. Belmont takes the lead 1-0 in the third match.
Remember, it's 25 here. Don't start signing the check yet. Just as soon as I say it.
That was a sophomore first year on varsity team, and she got that point.
Some of you guys know her. She used to be my co-host when she was a JV player.
Yep.
Brianna Pinard. She was more of the co-host cheerleader type. We loved Bri. Here comes the first serve from Prospect in this match.
Prospect gets it over and Belmont recovers. Belmont spikes it over. Prospect tries to recover and misses the ball and steps over the line, I believe, and Belmont got the point, making it 3-1 Belmont.
Ball drops in. Prospect has it. With the spike over, Belmont recovers. Into the net. And it will be Prospect's point.
Prospect's serve does not make it over the net, and that'll be Belmont's point and serve. Belmont makes it over the net, and Prospect recovers. Belmont misses the tip in, and that'll be Prospect's point and serve, making it 4-3 Belmont. Prospect serve makes it over the net. Belmont recovers, and that'll be Prospect's point, making it 4-4 tied. While Devin is next to me taking a Snapchat video of the game.
Hey, we're updating the DP Production Group Snapchat account, okay? If you're in the area, if you're in the area of Belmont High School, use our new Geo filter. Dig Pink. Belmont versus Prospect. Pretty cool.
My phone died. Belmont tries to recover and misses the ball. And that'll be Prospect's ace for their 6th point, making it 6-4 Prospect. Prospect serve over the net. Belmont brings it back over and ends up getting the point. Belmont subs in. It's Belmont serve. Belmont makes it over the net. Prospect recovers. Got a nice volley going here. And Prospect misses the ball, and Belmont will get the point, tying it up, making it 6-6. Belmont serve makes it over. Prospect keeps it in, and Belmont misses the spike, bringing Prospect back into the lead. Belmont recovers from that ball. Prospect keeps it in. Belmont hits it back over. Got some great plays going on here. Belmont fails to keep up.
There comes the serve from number 10, captain Tiffany White. Oh,
Belmont
hey now.
keeps the ball in.
Stand
off
alive.
of the net.
Stand alive. There it is.
Belmont's point. Scored by Jenny Joyce, number 4. Belmont serve makes it over, and Belmont ends up getting the point. Also scored by
Oh.
false call. Belmont stepped over the line, and that'll be Prospect's point.
Belmont captain having a quick word with the official, just getting the official reasoning to tell the coach. Here comes the serve from Prospect. Belmont knocks that down. Prospect takes it. Belmont pushes it over.
That'll be Prospect's point. Making the score 10-7, Prospect Mountain.
Ball pushed over, and that's Belmont's point. This is how we do it.
Oh my gosh.
Just stick to broadcasting, right?
Yeah. Prospect's player ended up ducking from that ball and gave Belmont the point. Belmont has a great serve over the net. Prospect recovers, and that'll go short under the net, being Prospect's point.
Prospect point there. My mom's at the game. She just gave me an update. Us past Lesnies, we're Yankee fans. Julie's kind of crossing her arms and giving me dirty looks. But Yankees are leading Houston 3-0, I believe, in Game 5. Julie's trying to ignore the fact that I'm talking Yankees by going on to talking about the game.
Prospect keeps it in. Belmont tries to recover, fails to recover, making it Prospect's point. See, when you talk about the Yankees, things like this happen.
Right.
Prospect has a great serve over the net. Belmont will spike it in. Prospect will try to save it, and they missed the off the net shot and gave Belmont the point, making the score 13-10 Prospect.
You know not to talk about the Yankees when you see the viewers drop. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
We had 12. Now we're down to 3. No. Serve sent over. Prospect in trouble. They'll recover.
Prospect keeps it in.
Belmont
Belmont
in trouble
tries to
now.
recover, making it Prospect's ball as Belmont hits it out. It's a close game. Belmont will keep the ball in. Prospect will spike it over, and Belmont will fail to recover.
Well, Belmont had a good dig there, and then another good dig, and
Dig Berg here.
dig pink. Spike in there. Prospect pushes it over.
Belmont
It gets
will
back
keep
over
it
the net.
in.
Prospect. Oh!
Belmont will fail to recover from that ball and give Prospect the point.
16-10 now.
I'm sorry if I kind of sound like a man. Allergies are crazy in New Hampshire right now.
Belmont recovers there. And unfortunately unable to cover there. Belmont calls a timeout.
Prospects fans are very into this game. When you do that, does it turn mine off too? I can't hear myself. So Belmont's timeout, and we will be back in just a few seconds here. Being Prospects serve.
Buzzer works. 17-10 the score. We played at 25. Remember that, folks.
Prospect will keep the ball in. Prospect spikes it over. Belmont saves.
Out!
Prospect hits it a little too far, and that's out of bounds, giving Belmont that point.
The official anticipated something else. He threw his arm up slightly, and then it went out. His other arm flipped right up. Here comes the serve from Belmont.
Belmont has a great serve, and Prospects is just a little short.
Prospect gonna put the spike out, and it'll be Belmont's point.
Belmont's point.
You know, my dad
Belmont
used
did
to.
not end up touching it, though the ref thought she did. That's why that was called.
You know, my dad used to work at Prospect Mountain. He lives in Belmont, and he's rooting for Prospect right now. So it's kind of hurting me a little bit.
Wow. Belmont keeps the ball in play as Prospect fails to recover from that spike.
It's a 3-point difference. Prospect in trouble. He'll recover.
Prospect keeps the ball in play. Belmont hits the ball out. Well, I really need food right now. Yes.
Julie just got all excited when I threw the popcorn her way. She's like, yeah.
I'm sorry, I enjoy food. I am positive most of the viewers can agree.
Well, Julie's going to go off air for a minute while she eats, and I'll take over. Prospect will send it in, and Belmont will receive well. Prospect sends it over. Belmont recovers there. And actually, I'm going to unplug Julie's mic here, because my mic just got really low. Well, here we go. Here's where the war will start between the fans. Belmont coach showing his frustration a little bit. As Julie said, as well as Belmont's fan. Out. And Belmont's point. My dad sitting right here just said, "You're live streaming? Let's go to the replay. Call to the booth." (21-16) in match number 3 here. Prospect sends it over.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm back.
Belmont's point there.
Belmont's point as Prospect hits it out.
Substitution for Belmont. 1 in for 12.
Belmont serve goes right over the net as Prospect keeps it in play. Belmont recovers pretty nicely. Prospect has no trouble getting that over the net. Prospect spikes the ball in and Belmont recovers. They got a great volley going here.
Oh, yeah.
And
Prospect in trouble. It's Belmont's point.
Belmont tips it over the net. Prospect can't recover.
(21-18), 3 points difference.
That's Belmont's point with a carry, I believe.
I believe that's the first time I said something positive about the score, and it didn't backfire on me. Prospect calls a timeout here.
So it'll be
That's 1 minute.
Belmont's serve.
Well, if you were just joining us here at Belmont High School, my name's Devin Pasosny. I'm the lead play-by-play / cameraman. And I'm sitting alongside Miss Julie Valingavage.
Thank you for the
If you go back-
recognition.
If you go back to watch this game on demand, Julie was the pre-game announcer as well, so that's pretty cool.
You don't need to tell them that.
Julie did an amazing job. She's just being very hard on herself right now.
I really did not. Please don't go back and watch it if you haven't seen it.
Feel free to skip back to it right now. 21-19.
Pretty close score for rounding up the third match. Belmont serve makes it over. But Belmont fails to keep it in as Prospect hits it back.
It's like a well-oiled machine. Prospect with the serve here, 22-19 the score.
Prospect with the jump serve into the game. Belmont tries to spike it in. Prospect keeps the ball in. Wow, Prospect keeps the ball in play. And it'll be Belmont's point as Prospect fails to recover from what just happened.
That was crazy. That is what controlled chaos looks like.
Yeah. Belmont fails to keep the ball in play as it is short. I'm back.
Belmont in trouble, nothing.
Belmont hit that ball way too far out and failed to get to it in time. Making it one more point and Prospect will win this match. Almost guaranteeing a fifth game.
Almost. And there it is, 25.
I jinxed us.
Yep. All right, so that's going to make it a very exciting game 4. Wait. Yes, a very exciting game 4 in 3 minutes. We're going to cut our mics. We'll be right back.
Hello, and I am sorry to say that Devin has left for right now, but what is happening right now in between the third and fourth game, Prospect winning 2 matches out of the 3. Belmont will be calling off raffle tickets, so that's what you will be seeing going on right now.
well after a little extended intermission there for the raffle calls.
They know. I told them.
Okay. All right. Perfect. See, Julie's already trying to take my job. She can have it. But game 4. Here's the situation. Prospect on your right. They win. We pack up our stuff. We go home. Belmont on the left. They win. They force a winner-take-all game number 5. So me being a sports announcer, I want to see game 5.
And me being a co-sports announcer, I agree with that. Because it's also our team.
But on the other hand, me being a high school student,
I want to go home and sleep.
yeah. Here we go. Let's see how the tempo gets set here. Wide open coverage here for a couple seconds.
Belmont has already had some pretty great saves and gets the first point in match 4. Hopefully showing for a great match. Knock on wood. Yep.
I got you.
So did I.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See, now she's returning to take my job. Cameraman too.
Okay, you weren't paying attention. Belmont serve gets it over. Belmont keeps the game in play. Struggles. Wow.
Bang!
Belmont gets the second point.
This is how we do it.
Stop.
Ask Mom to take you. My little sister says, which way is the bathroom? She's 4. Belmont's
Belmont
point there!
gets the third point. Wow.
In trouble.
Keeps their streak going here with the 4th point.
It's
Making
like a Snapchat streak.
4-0.
Except it'll end at 25. Oh. And that is the first point for Prospect Mountain in this match. Substitution 7 for Belmont. It's because I opened my mouth about the streak.
Yep.
I'll just let you talk about score, and I'll do the rest.
Prospect serve in, makes it over the net. And Belmont's communication was a little off there, so hopefully we can keep up.
Reconnect the antenna and get the communication back working.
Once again, Belmont's communication starts to bring him down and actually tie up the match so far, making it 4-4.
It's all good. It's still early.
It's not over till it's over.
Ain't that the truth?
Belmont keeps the ball in play. Prospect with a great spike over the net. Prospect struggles, but keeps it in.
Belmont's point.
Honestly, I have no clue what just happened.
I think it was a double touch.
Okay.
Belmont has it here. And it's Belmont's point. I won't say anything, though. I've learned my lesson.
Good idea. Belmont's serve over the net is good. Prospect keeps the ball in play, and Belmont gets the point. As of right now, all you viewers out there are getting a higher view of the game.
I realized I had to clear some people's heads.
Prospect serve is over the net. And that's Belmont's point.
Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. Here comes the serve from Belmont.
Belmont makes it over the net with a great serve. Belmont keeping the ball in play and getting the point.
Here comes the serve from Belmont.
Once again, a great serve from Belmont. Prospect keeping the ball in play and Belmont giving them the point. It's now Prospect serve. Prospect makes it over. Belmont gives them the point again.
The officials got to be careful there.
Been hit a few times.
Oh. I'm not exactly sure what that signal means, but it's a point for Belmont.
She possibly stepped over the line. Don't take my word on that. I believe the viewers saw it better than I did.
Well, for those of you watching at home, if you want to comment, feel free to. We'll see it here.
Belmont serve in. Prospect hits it back. Belmont keeps the ball in play. Wow. Some great plays going on right now, and Belmont stays in the game. Belmont trying to spike it down. Prospect keeps up though. And Prospect let it go. That'll be Belmont's point with the spike.
It's getting good.
See, that was the time to sing Nelly. You know the song's getting hot in here. You know it? You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
No. Belmont's point there.
Belmont's point. Wow. Prospect steps over the line.
It's getting hot. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Never
you know
mind.
the words.
I choose not to say them right now. Timeout called by Prospect, I believe. 12-6 is the score.
I believe if it is Prospect that it'll be Belmont serve.
I remember the lyrics now.
What?
Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. There you go. Us here at DP Production Group would like to have fun. Whether that means embarrassing ourselves by singing. Doesn't matter. All right. The officials having a little bit of a meeting at the table across the way here. As here comes the official. Let's see if this works. Oh my gosh, it does. It's pretty cool.
Devin's playing with the camera here as the officials do their job and officiate. Yep, messed up on that word before the game.
Hey, it's pretty cool though. I'm able to circle now, so if we need to ever zoom in on something and our viewers can't necessarily see it, we can circle.
Lovely.
Oh boy, and now the second stand official's down.
They must be really confused on this call.
Something's going on across the way here.
Do you know what happened?
No. Let's zoom in. I believe it's a scoring situation as the red player is Belmont's score. We have the prospect score. Here you go. Right there. The two officials. And I believe prospect right here is swan diving.
Looks like it.
Hey, you know what? Whatever you got to do to pass the time. There you go. Meanwhile, on the other side of the court, Belmont strategizing.
Which is probably a better strategy at this moment in time.
It's all good.
Possibly being the last match of the day.
Look at this. In-game entertainment here at Belmont High School. You know, at some like bigger events, you have like a halftime show and such.
This is the cheerleading show of. Let's see what this call ends up being.
It's a mid-match performance here. But you know what? That kind of shows one thing about this game. Is yes, these two teams are at each other's quote-unquote throats right now, but when they have a downtime, they're going to have fun and enjoy themselves. I believe it was a scoring issue.
Wow.
Score.
Great move by Prospect, and they keep the ball in play. And it's Belmont's point.
I do believe it was a scoring issue though, as the scoreboard was updated to 7 instead of 6 in favor of Prospect. Now it's 13-7. Open court call.
Point as Prospect fails to communicate with each other.
Here comes another serve from Belmont.
Belmont's serve in is over the net, and Prospect keeps it in with a volley.
Nice recovery there. Out, and it'll be Belmont's
hits
point.
it out, and that'll be Belmont's point, making it 15-7. Devin is giving me a bad look while I'm trying to find a ride home from the game.
No. I was looking to see how much battery percentage you had. I don't care if you're on your phone. You're trying to find a way home. I get that.
I know what I'm trying to do. You want to give me a ride home?
Possibly.
Sweet. As Prospect gets the point.
Out. Mom, just let me know because we need to tell who she needs to know. She lives on Horseshoe Drive. Horseshoe Drive. You can? Yes. Just to keep everyone updated. Julie found a ride home. Prospect's point. $16-10 now.
Prospect is really trying to catch up here.
Remember, Belmont wins. We go to a winner takes all game 5.
Belmont for the save. Prospect recovers.
Remember, game of hot potato. Who doesn't want it?
And Belmont hits it out. Being an unlucky shot for Belmont. Belmont keeps the ball in and gets it over the net. Prospect fails to communicate, and that ends up giving Belmont the point, making it 17-11 Belmont. Belmont has a great serve over the net, and Belmont will take it as Prospect hits it out.
One thing I do want to look into, Julie, keep going.
Will do. Belmont serve is over. As Prospect is struggling to recover. And Prospect hits it out, making it Belmont's point.
Quick, go back to the future, or past, to the past here. Prospect played Belmont at Prospect last Friday. It was a sweep by Prospect, 1-2-3.
Prospect fails to recover from an off the net ball and giving Belmont the point, making it 20-11. 5 more points for Belmont, and we will go into a 5th match.
Timeout call by Prospect. Let's get it started in hot. Let's get it started in here. Well, for those of you who have stuck with us for the last hour and 40 minutes.
Good job.
Well, thank you for that, and we appreciate the support by all the fans watching at home, or possibly watching here in the stands, because I saw 1 or 2 people actually pull out their phone after a questionable call. They pull out the phone, hit the link, go back a little bit to look at the replay. You know what? if it's there, you can use it. The officials won't use it just because it's in the NHIAA policy, but it is what it is. Here comes the serve from Belmont to restart us after the timeout.
Belmont makes it over the net. Prospect brings it back. Belmont keeps the ball in. Prospect trying to use Belmont's method of spiking it in. And Belmont ends up getting the point by bringing it back into Prospect's half with a spike.
21-11. That's all I'm going to say for the score. That's all I'm going to say.
That's all that you probably should say. Belmont makes it over with a pretty great serve. Trying to keep the ball in by Prospect, and they get the point.
Unlucky there.
Making it 12-21. Belmont's in the lead.
Prospect trying to play catch-up, though.
Prospect has a knife serve over. Belmont tips it into Prospect's side. Prospect brings it back. Belmont's spiker spikes the ball out of bounds, giving Prospect the point.
Just saw the Belmont captain kind of looked very serious there. Belmont sends it in.
Spikes the ball back into Prospect's area. Prospect's ball hits the net but goes over.
Oh, in the open court.
Prospect's point.
Belmont player mixing
Stop
soccer.
saying the score. Stop saying the score.
Good point.
Prospect has a pretty good serve over the net. Belmont spikes it in and Prospect keeps it in.
Recovers.
Belmont with a great recovery, and Prospect failed to recover for an off-the-net ball, giving Belmont the point.
Substitution, 12 in for 14 on Belmont, and 7 in for 8 on Belmont. Staying wide open here.
Belmont has
coverage.
all of their seniors on the court right now. Great serve by number 7. As Prospect will proceed to keep the ball inbounds. Prospect spikes it in. Belmont keeps the ball in play. Ball goes off the net from Belmont and out of bounds by Prospect, giving Belmont 2 more points. And we'll be playing a 5th match, winner takes all.
See, if I just said that, we would have been all over.
Shut up. Belmont has a great serve in, and Prospect right back at them. Belmont has had some pretty good saves. And Belmont tipping the ball in, and Prospect failing to keep up.
Here comes the serve from Belmont. Ah, there it is!
And we'll be playing a 5th match as Belmont wins the 4th match, making it a tied game, 2-2. 5th match will be winner takes all.
Wow. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to cut our mics. We'll be back in 3. All right, so some little housekeeping rules we got to go over real quick. Game 5 here, best of 5. We're tied at 2 matches apiece. And here's the thing. We played a 15 here. So for those of you watching at home going, all right, 25 quick points. Sorry, you're wrong. We played a 15. So, folks, maybe.
You got to keep your mouth shut this game.
Yeah. But maybe if you got the brown paper bag alongside of you, you might need it, because I know I'm going to need it. Sitting here, taking the deep breaths.
I should be good right now.
As we are ready to rock and roll. And it's time to bring the action.
Prospect serve.
It's time to bring the action here from Belmont High School. Winner takes all, Game 5. We are underway.
Prospect serve makes it over the net, and Belmont keeps it in. Belmont backs it over, giving Prospect the first point. Belmont really needs to communicate this last match.
Remember the playoffs. Points mean everything.
Belmont tries to keep it in, and Belmont steps over the line, giving Prospect the second point. Giving this is a winner-takes-all game. Both teams are really stepping it up, trying to stay in.
Belmont's got to not look past it, though.
Prospect hits it over the net, and Belmont with a great save. Belmont keeping the ball in. Belmont spiking in. Prospect save.
Whoa!
Prospect had a pretty good save there after our spike.
In there for the first point.
Same. Belmont gets the point.
If you haven't already sensed the excitement level in the gym, just from my voice alone. Not right now, maybe in the future.
Belmont's serve is over, and a pretty good one. Prospect keeps it in, and Belmont keeps the game going. Belmont hits it out for Prospect's point. Third point, to be exact. This is the last match, and we are only playing to 15. Every single point counts right now. Belmont subbing in 8 for 7. Prospect serve goes over the net. Belmont keeps in the great play as the spike does go out of bounds.
I saw a common theme here. The Belmont coach observes for a couple points, then calls a timeout. But if he's going to call a timeout, he's going to have to do it sooner or later, as we are about 11 points away from the game being over. Holy cow!
As Belmont gets the point. This is Belmont serve, and as you can tell, a lot of the Belmont players right now are really stressing out.
They got to, there it is.
Prospect is short, and it hits it under the net, giving Belmont our third point.
Belmont players right now just need to take a deep breath, chill, and play their game.
Prospect keeps the ball in, as well as Belmont.
Prospect needs to be the one to drop the potato. Ah!
Belmont fails to save that ball as it's in, and Prospect gets the point. It's Prospect serve. Goes over. Belmont keeps the ball in. Belmont steps over the line, giving Prospect another point, making it 6-3 Prospect. Winner takes all. Prospect serve goes over the net, does tip the net, as Belmont keeps the ball in. Belmont really trying here to get back in this game. And it doesn't look like they're doing bad. As Prospect hits it out on a ball that if Prospect did not touch it, that ball would have been out on Belmont. It's Belmont serve. Making it over, and Prospect almost losing the ball. Having a great save. And Belmont bringing it back over for a spike. As Prospect fails to recover from the spike, it gives Belmont their 5th point as they try and catch up to Prospect. How you doing, Devin?
I'm playing the silent game by myself, and I think I'm winning.
Belmont gets the ball back over the net, as well as Prospect goes out on Belmont, and Prospect gets the point, making it 7-5.
It's okay. For those Belmont fans at home right now, it's okay.
Prospect serve goes over, and Belmont fails to recover from it.
Belmont cannot get in their own head right now. Out, and it's Belmont's point.
Out on Prospect, and it is Belmont's point.
14 in for 12 for Belmont. And here comes the serve from Belmont.
Great serve in from Belmont. As Prospect gets it over the net, Belmont spikes it in. Prospect hits it back. As it's over, and that's Belmont's point. That ball was in. Looking for another great serve by Belmont, and it's in, and Prospect fails to get it over the net in time, as that was a 4-hit, tying up the game to 8-8. Another great serve from Belmont, as Prospect fails to get the ball over the net and steps on the line. It'll be Belmont's serve once again and point, as Belmont takes the lead 9-8.
And there's the timeout we were talking about. Prospect Mountain calls it.
Meaning Belmont gets the next serve.
And Belmont coach, now in that meeting, you can see the team's kind of loose. They're on cloud 9 right now, but they're close to ground. So they cannot overlook this. They just took the lead.
One overlook, one cocky step, one something like that, and that's game for the team.
Right, because we played a 15, it's every point, as you said earlier, every point counts. Now you see the team focused, looking at coach. Coach is giving very intuitive information. Prospect as well.
And it'll be Belmont serve back in the game. Hoping for another great serve from Belmont as we restart this match. Prospect gets it over,
Out.
and that ball is out as every point counts. Belmont gets another point, bringing it 10-8. 5 more points for Belmont. The match will be over. Once again, another great serve by Belmont. Prospect keeping it in this time, being very careful with their spikes. Belmont keeps it in and gets it over. As Prospect fails to do that, another point for Belmont as they failed to get the ball off the net, and it would also have made that a 4-hit game.
I just tipped my mohawk. That hurt. Too much hair gel. My mohawk's like to my roots, and it hurts.
Once again, another great serve from Belmont's own Margaret Witham. Number 14.
Out.
Belmont spikes the ball, though it is out. Belmont is still in the lead, 11-9. Prospect with hope. Same as Belmont.
Oh, poster being moved. It fell off the wall. The official making sure. Safe playing conditions all around.
Especially for the last points that will be made.
Because remember, folks, here comes the serve. Remember, folks, this whole area is now open game.
Prospect with a great serve as Belmont hits it over, and Prospect hits it right out.
And for those of you wondering what I just meant by open game, every square inch of this gym is live when that ball goes in the air. So the refs and the officials don't want anything that could possibly trip up a player.
Belmont hits it over. Prospect trying to get it back hard, but Belmont tips the net as Prospect hits it back over. Belmont with a great save. Belmont with great communication, and as well as Prospect. Prospect almost fails to recover. Belmont recovering quite easily, but missing the shot being too low. It is a 12-10 game. Belmont's taking it right now.
My blood pressure is going through the roof right now.
Prospect with the serve. Prospect with a pretty good serve. Belmont with great communication, getting it over the net. Belmont keeps it inbounds. With Belmont with the point. Jordan LaValle with another spike.
Timeout called by Prospect's coach.
Meaning
Here.
Belmont gets the ball after this timeout.
While we have the minute.
Wow.
Let's talk playoffs here.
Knock on wood every time you talk, Devin.
I'm not going to say the score,
Good idea.
but Belmont needs to do everything in their power to be able to continue to fight for the playoff positions here. Remember, they are 13th, and 14th is the cutoff. So they need to get the W's as much as gain as many points as possible. And remember, in volleyball, there is no tie.
It is now Belmont's ball.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But for the time being, we're rolling once again.
Belmont keeps the ball in play. As Prospect has a lot of communication going on, and Belmont hits it out, giving Prospect the point. All fans being very hesitant in this gym, with Prospect with the serve. Prospect misses the serve.
I believe that's a do-over because she never touched the ball. Out!
That is an out ball, giving Belmont a 14-11 score.
Marksmanship key here.
Belmont has a great serve over the net. Belmont keeps the ball in, and same as Prospect. Belmont keeps the ball in with a great save. Great communication out there right now.
It's getting crazy.
1 point, and it's Belmont's game. Belmont has another great save.
Into the net.
As it's Prospect's ball.
It's okay. It's okay. Now, we're getting close to the end of the numbers. Hold on. There's a point to this. A team needs to win with at least 2 points up. So that is my point to that. Not saying numbers, not saying anything.
Belmont keeping the ball in play as Prospect almost loses it.
Prospect recovers well, though. In the open territory! And Belmont has the W!
That is Belmont's win, 15-12 in the fifth match. Winner takes all.
That is a W by Belmont, 3-2, and an L by Prospect, 3-2. Holy cow. So now, I can't really say much because I don't know what happened with the teams above and below us. But now that brings Belmont to having 28 points. So, with that being said, check the NHIAA website tomorrow morning for the updated standings here for Division III volleyball. But folks, holy cow, my blood pressure is going to now lower.
What an amazing game.
Wow.
Played by both teams. Prospect had a great lead for a lot of the games, and they are a very good team. They're a very close team, and you can really tell by the way that they play all on that court. You can really see that those teams are connected. But same with Belmont.
What I will say is Prospect Mountain was 11th in the standings. And as bad as this might sound, they can afford a loss.
Yep.
So, Prospect Mountain, you're going to walk away going, son of a gun. Here's one of our liberos. But they're going to walk away with the loss, but they cannot be upset yet because they're still in the playoff hunt.
Good game.
So, folks, just to recap, Prospect gets match 1. Belmont gets match 2. Prospect gets match 3. Belmont forces the game or match number 5, and that is how we end it with Belmont getting the win here at Belmont High School. So, Julie Valley-Gavage, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
It was definitely fun. But for everyone at home, thank you for joining us here for our Dig Pink coverage. For those of you guys looking for more volleyball action, join us tomorrow on Belmont High School Athletics YouTube channel for Belmont High School's Senior Night, Belmont High School's live coverage presented by DP Production Group. But until we see each other tomorrow, I'm Devin Poslesny signing off for Julie and myself. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
So long.